James here. We're back in Davos, Switzerland. Beautiful Davos, Switzerland, right behind me, the mountains, and joined by Yvette Pagano from CannaGlobal. Tell me why you're here. What made you make the trek to Davos and represent CannaGlobal here on the global stage?
Well, I'm very interested in global cannabis markets and where things are moving, so wanted to represent CannaGlobal so we can further our interests and just stay on top of world cannabis policy and trends.
And what's CannaGlobal's mission? What are you guys trying to do here?
CannaGlobal's mission is to make the world a better place through cannabis culture and design excellence. So CannaGlobal is really trying to embrace Cannabis 3.0, so from legalization to normalization, and work on destigmatizing and having acceptance for cannabis around the world.
Yvette, you mentioned Cannabis 3.0. What does that term mean to you? What exemplifies what Cannabis 3.0 is all about?
Just comes down to destigmatization and social acceptance. And, you know, for example, in the US, if you want to buy a ancillary product for cannabis, you know, they call them head shops, and, you know, the man usually runs in and the woman waits in the car and you pay cash, and it's sort of frowned upon. And now in this day and age, you know, you can have a beautiful shopping experience and have, you know, a brand and a product that's been tested and is regulated, and you know what the effect is going to be. And I just think that's where the future's going, and I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, and I noticed in one of your speeches you talked a lot about the war to be won in the luxury space with cannabis.
Sure.
Maybe talk a bit more about how you see that part of the market developing.
CannaGlobal just sees that as a significant white space. You know, there's been a lot of entries into cannabis, and you know, if I asked you, you know, what's your favorite bottle of wine, or what's the best Cuban cigar, or, you know, what makeup brand, you know, does your wife like, and you could probably name those really quickly, and there isn't, you know, a dominant, you know, luxury brand. So CannaGlobal aims to be the Louis Vuitton, you know, Monet, Hennessy, if you will, of the cannabis space.
Interesting. I look forward to trying these products as they get rolled out.
Absolutely.
And maybe based on this discussion and the ones that you've had in Davos this week, what are you going to go home and share with your friends about the experience and about everything you learned and the people you met?
I mean, if you're interested in world cannabis markets, I mean, Davos is the place to be. You've got world leaders, you've got, you know, the new young global citizens. They've got a whole section with the youth, and they're very interested in cannabis and cannabis discussion. And again, it's got the power to move economies and help women, and there's just so many benefits done in an environmentally responsible way. And so the world needs to be thinking about how we're going to scale this globally as more countries go medical and adult use, and how the global supply chain is going to be affected. Right. And that's, yeah.
There's a lot.
If you're into it, you know, at the high level, this is the place to be, Davos.
I'd hate to not mention Lauren Gertner, your partner in business, who was here last year.
Yes.
Can we just tell the audience about Lauren, because they saw the videos last year?
Yeah, so I just wanted to give, of course, a shout out to Lauren, godfather of Canadian cannabis, and thank him for sending me to Davos. Unfortunately, he could not be here this year, as CannaGlobal is launching their Enlightened Dining Club by Ministry, and so they had 4 nights in Toronto, and Lauren had to be there. So I've got a tough life here representing the CannaGlobal team. But yes, thank you to Lauren.
No, thanks, Lauren, and thank you, Yvette, for joining us today. And thank you for watching from Davos. This is Yvette Pagano, CannaGlobal. I'm James from the CSE, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.